Oh my god, Stacy, did I tell you about my date with Steve last week? You went out with Steve? He's so cute! I know, he took me out to this little restaurant. Everybody shut up! I have an erection. It only happens 87 times a day. Stop what you're doing and witness penis perfection. This is more important than what you have to say. Your story can wait, cause I am very erect. Now let's all take a minute to watch my dick and reflect. Your spirit's in peace, no need to call the police. Please hold your applause. In conclusion, Your Honor, in light of this new evidence, I would propose that the murderer was not my client, but Mrs. Donovan! Everybody shut up! I have an erection. If justice is blind, she's gonna miss this display. It's hard to steal, but still debated metal detection. This is more important than what you have to say. Judge, will give me that rope, cause then nobody can see this pillar of awesome that's sticking straight at me. Who could argue a case with so much dick in your face? Please hold your applause. Do you ever take a moment and look up at the stars and think about your life and just how stupid you are? If it makes you feel better, I'm a fucking rock star with an amazing penis. But enough about you, let's focus more on my crotch. It's as tangy as whiskey and hits you harder than scotch. You might not get what I'm saying, so just sit back and watch. Look, it's still my penis.
Ladies and gentlemen, as President of the United States, I must sometimes make grave decisions. I come to you today to tell you that the United States has decided to declare war on...
Shut up, Mr. President, I have an erection. Here's a tricky dick that cannot be impeached. Check out my nutsack, it can swing an election. This is more important than euphoria speech. For one nation indivisible under God, we all stand together and be my glorious rod. Hey, those guys are fun. Oh wait, are they holding guns? Please hold your...
Hey everybody, welcome to the Lesser Saints of Discord, the only pre-show for the YouTube Saints that has such a niche crowd that will probably never be monetized, because breaking that 1,000 subscriber mark is going to be difficult.
Difficult indeed, but a labor of love nonetheless. We're going to do it anyway because we can and because we don't have lives.
Yeah, and I get bored waiting for the Saints, so here we are.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's what happens.
Right. Yeah, there's been some changes in the Discord. Waffle, you want to talk about that?
I do. So, first off, just so everybody knows, we actually do have an official list of rules. It is in the Welcome channel. New users should be finding themselves placed in the Welcome channel by default. If that's not what's going on, let me know. We'll try to fix it, and probably fail miserably a few times before we get it right. For returning users and old users, please go and read those rules and try to follow them. Just so all of you know, this has been kind of touch and go. I drafted up these rules and got a little bit of feedback on them and then posted them. So if you have problems with them, if there's issues, things that are poorly worded, rules that you think shouldn't apply or something like that, please by all means let the mod team know. Specifically, let me know, because since I posted them, I can go ahead and just edit that post. But I really do want to hear feedback. I want to hear what people think about these, and I want to make sure that we're all on the same page going forward.
Yeah, and if for some reason Waffle's taking too long to respond, always DM me too.
Yeah. Also to be very clear here, most of these rules are things that people were already following and were already fairly clear. However, this is just making it explicitly clear this is the issue, so now you have no excuse to not know that you're supposed to go to specific channels for specific things, or whatever the case may be. Following on with that, if you feel like you are, personally being targeted by something there, again, let us know. We'll figure it out. I promise you that these were not written with any specific users in mind. These were written as general guidelines for things that myself and other mods have already talked about before and basically said this is something that needs to go in the rules.
It's not anything that's like outside of Discord terms of service anyways. We just want to make it an announcement more for new users than
there are a few things
ones.
that aren't in Discord terms of service, namely using the correct channels and not being too spammy with pings and things like that. Also, there's a couple of things there, like not being too spammy with role mentions specifically. We don't have any role mentions except for Saints and Moderator. I think we all know to not be too spammy with @Saints. @Moderator, by all means, ping us anytime. Jibbles, you're making some noises.
No, sorry.
But yeah, by all means, ping us anytime so that we know what the hell's going on, especially if you think that there's something that we need to actually look at and pay attention to. We aren't everywhere. We're not psychic. We really do appreciate the help. That being said, it's entirely possible that going forward with this server, we might end up with more mentionable roles. I'm not going to say anything about that, because I haven't talked about it too much with either Jeff or Nick or really many of the other moderators, but there are some ideas in the works. So some of the wording in these rules is potential preparation for future features. Do keep that in mind. Otherwise, be nice. Generally try to follow the rules. Don't be a smartass about it. If a mod comes in and tells you, hey, stop doing the thing, and then you do the I'm not touching you thing, like the almost breaking the rule thing, don't be a smartass. It's going to get you kicked at the very least.
It's annoying as hell when you are just like, oh, you mean I can't do this?
Exactly.
And then you do some shit, it's annoying as hell.
But final thing about that, rules are up, read them, follow them, give feedback on them. If you think that you're being wrongly punished for something, by all means, try to, I'm not going to give you an official appeals process, but talk to a mod, and they're going to talk to other mods as well. None of us are going to just make a unilateral decision about that. And so if you don't think you should have been banned, or you don't think you should have been kicked or muted or whatever the hell happened, please take it up with the team. We're not perfect. So that being said, if you know you screwed up, own up to it. It's going to make things a lot easier.
And keep in mind, you should send friend requests.
Jibbles, you muted yourself, it sounds like.
There's some shit going on.
Oh, Jesus. Are you about to die?
No, I'm good.
Interesting.
I'm good.
So that makes one of us then. Good. Okay.
Okay. No. Also keep in mind, you should add moderators as friends. I definitely accept friend requests.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if you are kicked or banned, you will easily be able to contact us.
Exactly. So I think that's most of what we have about current goings on in the Discord, but it really just boils down to, for the love of God, talk to us. Not because we're lonely, but because it's hard for us to do our jobs if we don't know what the hell's going on.
Well, I'm lonely, but
You have me. That's fine. I'm enough. No, I'm not.
You're not around enough, man.
I know. I'm so busy.
I need all the love. I'm kind of narcissistic that way.
All the love. So.
All right. So, get into the news.
Yeah, let's get left out of. I'm not even going to try to do this stupid Keemstar ripoff thing. Let's just get to the first article. Let's go ahead and hop right over to the not news. Woo. And then...
Alright, you want to intro this article?
I could do that. I could. the intro I'm going to give... I can't give too much intro to it. It's once again...
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. I have one more thing that I want to mention before we get into the news.
Please do.
Fat Pat and Sylphane, how dare you stream while we're about to do our show? Okay? You had your chance to do the Saints pre-show, but you lost it. We jumped in here first, okay?
Actually, are they wrapped up by now? Did they wrap up before we started?
I don't think so.
How dare you not wrap up your stream before you starting when not even we know when we're going to start? How dare you not read our future selves' minds? I'm so disappointed in you two.
Sylphane, you follow me on Twitter, okay? You should know these things.
Yeah.
Fat Pat, I'm blaming you. I'm blaming Fat Pat for the
I'm mildly upset with both of them for not
scheduling.
reading Future Me's mind. That's awful. How could you? You monsters. I love you. Call me.
Fat Pat, follow me on Twitter and I won't be so hard on you.
Or maybe he'll be more hard. Just like, I don't know.
Depending on what he wants. Anyways.
What this sounds like we're getting into here is, before we get into the news, Jabel's getting into other things, namely kinks and also, Fat Pat. Word of the wise. Jables can be the kind of man you want, whatever that man is.
Loud, quiet,
Yeah.
ambiguous. Sure.
Ambiguous. I like that. He is a man of ambiguous sexuality. And, okay, this is going to a very strange direction. Let's go into a less strange direction.
Yeah.
We're all familiar with institutions going ahead and saying, we're not biased against women, so we're going to give them lots of money to make sure they can do things that are going to be good, yes? And that's kind of what's happening.
Affirmative
right?
action is great, isn't it?
I have thoughts. I have thoughts about this. Namely, the ones that breathe, because if she breathes, she has a thought. I think we're all aware of this.
Yeah.
Jables, you didn't say all women are queens. I'm disappointed in you.
Oh, sorry. It's hard to take a stance that I don't actually agree with.
Oh. You're one of those. You're honest.
Yeah,
How dare you? So here's the article.
Weird.
Look, everybody, it's an article. New Twitch fund
Alright.
offers grants to female streamers. I don't think there's a video, and if there is, I'm not going to play it. Too bad.
No, there's not a video, I don't think. Yeah, I'll start reading through this real quick.
It's worth noting, this is from, what is... Oh, The Next Web. I don't even know what this site is. I've never heard of it before. But the article has 164 shares and 2 comments.
Oh, that doesn't even count all the Twitter shit that's been going on around this.
Oh.
Okay, so we all know
Well,
about the titty streamers.
Real money.
Yeah, no, Twitch is going to... so Twitch today announced a collaboration with a non-profit organization called 1000 Dreams Fund. To offer special grant to female streamers, as well as a series of charity streams to raise money for the non-profit in question. The Broadcast Her grant is designed to support female Twitch streamers, is worth between $500 to $2,000, and is awarded to 2 people every academic semester. Which, I thought it was more, based on the headline.
That's a little bit like getting a scholarship for $50.
Yeah,
Which,
but on top
it's
of
like,
that,
I did it! Oh.
We all know that a lot of Twitch streamers that are female tend to get more subscribers anyways, especially if they show a little bit of that cleavage. Which, there's nothing wrong with that. I enjoy some of those streams myself. But it seems a little redundant to also give them extra money on top of that.
I can see that. I'm actually going to somewhat disagree with you here. Because, oh my god, shocking. I'm disagreeing with my co-host. How dare me.
Oh, jeez.
But I do have to kind of disagree a little bit, because I don't know that female streamers on average get more subscribers. And on top of that, I don't know that they, or I would guess, rather. I would hazard a guess and almost make the argument that they don't pull viewers away from other streams, especially if they are, like, if all they have to offer, that stream, let's say, like, for example, let's say they're streaming Magic the Gathering or something like that, they would, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. So if they were going to stream something like that, or League of Legends, Overwatch, whatever, a lot of people in the stream community are there to see the gameplay. It's like, I don't care about your personality, I don't care how funny you are, I care about the fact that you're the top-rated player of, you know, Gears of Halo 5.
Well, there is that market.
There is,
for sure.
Well, yeah, so you've got that market, and then you've also got the market of like, oh, hey, PewDiePie's doing a thing, I want to watch PewDiePie do things because I like PewDiePie and I don't care about the game. Or I care about the game, but, you know, it's the personality that matters. And then you've got the people who want to watch people with tits. And so I don't know that these actually overlap all that much.
Okay, but the problem that I have is, it's not that they're taking away audience from other streamers, it's that they are just throwing money at them at this point.
Right,
because
for sure.
it's acting as if they don't have the same opportunity everybody else does on Twitch to make money.
And that I would agree with you wholeheartedly. I definitely agree with you on that point. I just usually when I hear people talking about female streamers, particularly titty streamers, it's like, I don't know. What was it? Team Siren? Team Siren. Particularly when I hear people talk about things like Team Siren, it's usually this kind of thing of, oh, they're kind of mediocre at the game and not terribly entertaining, but they sure do show a lot of skin, and that must be why they have subscribers. And I wouldn't say that that's necessarily wrong, but I don't think that
it's not entirely the reason, but there is a portion of their audience that is subscribed for that reason.
No, for sure, but it's that portion of that audience I don't think is exactly being taken away from an up-and-coming streamer who doesn't have the tits to show, or does but doesn't want to because he's not supposed to.
Yeah, the only problem that I have is it's the money aspect.
Yeah, I do get that.
That's where I'm having the issue with this. Then again, it is a nonprofit. They can technically do what they want. I can have all the problems I want with it. And I think we should start our own nonprofit where we support male streamers. Equality.
Isn't that called Patreon and Bits?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know if Patreon's a nonprofit.
This is specifically coming from a nonprofit organization that is granting money to female streamers. So we should have a broadcast him grant.
I'm actually curious. I'm going to click on this link and hope it doesn't destroy my OBS. Oh, there we go. Help us find more girls on the rise, it says. Oh, this is terrible. I'm sorry for how this... what's terrible is the stream and the formatting and all that. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Okay.
On our 4th episode, give us a break.
Yeah, so it looks like what they do is it's not just like the Twitch streaming. It's like this thing does like conferences and, you know, helps with graduate school exam fees and tutoring services and books for school and all kinds of stuff, right? It looks like it's targeted specifically at women. Great. If you want to oppose this, I guess donate to the Milo Yiannopoulos Privilege Grant or whatever that thing's called. But,
you know, we should start a Streamlabs. Fuck.
Yeah, we should. But looking at this, it's less of a look at this nonprofit that's doing Twitch things, and more like look at this huge nonprofit, and hey, they did a Twitch thing, you know. Which yeah, I still have a similar issue. I'm generally not fond of giving people money because of what they are. I'd rather give someone money because of who they are and what they're doing. You know?
Yeah. Well, I think it depends. If they're already getting if they're like new up and comers and they're not like a Twitch affiliate or anything like that, sort of, I can see it as an encouragement. It being gendered, I'm a little iffy about because I'm one of those people. But you know, but overall, like my biggest problem is that there's a lot of titty streamers that end up getting a lot of followers because they got tits. And then we all know that some people might like them. They might have a good personality too on top of that. I'm not saying that just because they have tits, they don't have a personality. But it's just sort of, I don't know. It's a complicated subject.
It is. I guess the last thing I kind of want to leave out on this, at least the last thought I really have, because I agree with most of what you just said there, is that there's this idea of like here says one DSCO Christy Garton expressed hope that the campaign will help young women expand their opportunity. Expand their opportunities on Twitch. That hurts me.
Nope.
Once again, I'm not.
With the typo, Instant X. Fuck that. Get your editors in order. Fuck.
That is
hate that
really
shit.
Funny. You know what? Expand is a thing now. I don't know what it is yet, but it's a thing. You know what, chat? Come up with what expand means, and we're gonna start using that.
Oh, please don't make me do that. I don't want to do that.
Oh, I'll go read it later.
That word sounds so dirty to me for some reason. God damn.
Do you want me to expand it to you? Anyway.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad, but we're gonna fucking go with it. Like, please, by all means, chat, go to town. So, that idea though of, oh yeah, let's do this thing. Look, this person can do the thing. Oh, I can do the thing too. I don't see that. I like, it's nice to have those people that are proof of concept, but you kind of, I guess in my opinion, you need one. That's not to say like, oh, we've got one, it's enough. We've got the token minority, whatever. It's just like, I guess like there's a limited number of astronauts in the world. And so having someone, it's like, okay, look, this guy managed to be an astronaut and gay. Great. Gay people can be astronauts. It is proven. It exists. Like, that is known. That is now true. That doesn't mean you can be an astronaut. You might not, you might be gay, but that's not why maybe you can't be an astronaut. Maybe you can't be an astronaut because you're not physically fit enough, or because you're not able to somehow become a pilot, a physicist, and other stuff all at the same time, and then go through all the training and still be under 30. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
You know, it's intense. And likewise, there's only so many very, very successful Twitch streamers. So showing off that someone can do it is great and all, but I don't think that's how you get people into it. I think the way you get people into it is by giving the new up-and-comer a whole lot of tools to get started. So, like, having hey, you want to stream on Twitch, here's a link to OBS, here's a link to a tutorial for OBS, here's how to get your settings set up and what they mean, here's everything described in layman's terms so you can start getting going, here's some free backgrounds for you to use if you'd like. That kind of thing. That would be a very, very useful thing.
That's setting up more of an equality of opportunity thing, though. That's the whole thing.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of what I'm saying is I think that generally speaking, we're talking, oh, let's get more of blank into the thing instead of being like, I'm a girl and I can do it too. And that is useful and good to a degree. Definitely, if you want more, let's say, women on Twitch, definitely highlight the women on Twitch and say, look, there are people here who do this and do it well. But by all means, like, I kind of hate this idea of going around and saying, like, yes, you can do it. You can be like these people. You follow your dreams. You can do whatever you want. And then when that person says something like, I want to be an astronaut, saying, yes, you can do that. And not saying, all right, so here's some books, here's some stuff to watch, here's maybe think about going to this school and this program, and do you want to go to space camp when you're in high school?
So here's the steps you can take to do this thing, as opposed to just, oh, fine, we need a female astronaut.
Yeah.
Or we need a gay astronaut, or we need a black astronaut.
Right. Like don't just tell me it can be. Yeah, don't just tell me it can be done. Start showing me how, and then also, if I say, hey, that sounds great, like, I want to check it out because I'm now mildly interested, you got to follow up. Like, advertising campaign's great, and I guess let's put it this way. It is wonderful to put an ad campaign out to make everybody want your amazing new shoes or whatever, perfect for that feeling on your dick from one of the week ages ago. Yeah, it's great to market that product and make it look amazing, but that's absolutely useless if no one knows where they can buy it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So tell me how to get started. Yes, I want the thing. Where's the store? Yes, I want to stream. How do I do it? That's what I need.
Yep. Oh, mitochondria had a good definition for explained.
Oh,
it's
please.
The geographer version of mansplaining.
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the winner for now. Somebody try to dethrone him, and the top three are all going to be like the three synonyms of the word, like there, and there. Get on it.
Yeah, Mito gets a wrench for that. Like it.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that off for now, because I am done looking at this article with its terrible spelling.
Alright.
Expland. We got a good joke out of it, kind of. I mean, it's a terrible joke, but we're gonna force that into being a meme.
Yeah, everybody in the Discord knows I'm really bad at jokes. I'm the living embodiment of the anti-joke.
Hey, Jables. It's brown and sticky.
A stick?
A brown knife after this next article.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait, my bad. No. After the article, 2 articles from now. This one's darker in some respects.
What's brown and sticky? The man they tried to execute.
Apparently, actually, you know what? I gotta say, I don't think he looks all that brown.
No, he's not. He's white.
So is this spot here on his cheek? Is that one of the spots where they tried to put the needle in?
No, it's I'm not sure what that is. So there was a. Oh Jesus Christ!
So actually, I'm gonna scroll down for that subtitle just without the actual headline in case any of you haven't read it yet. Lawyer describes attempt as simply unconscionable. When a lawyer describes something as unconscionable, a lawyer, you know you fucked up.
Yeah, so pretty much,
You know you really messed up. You know that there is something seriously wrong with you when, you know, the guy who goes out and has drinks with Satan regularly to discuss, you know, oh, I don't know, tricks of the trade, the ones that sharks don't eat out of professional courtesy. That guy is calling you morally objectionable.
Well, you know, the thing is, okay, so the headline for this is execution abandoned after death row prisoner repeatedly jabbed by officials doing lethal injection.
Repeatedly jabbed. So
they missed. They just missing things. That's all. That is their job.
Before we read this, because I haven't actually read this article, before we actually go into this, I got to think about this. Because it could very well be that they just kept trying to put the needle in and failing. Or it could be that they had the needle in and then someone just started poking it, like with a finger. Laughing.
Well, yeah, if you're looking at no. Oh, that's even more fucked up, in my opinion.
Let's find out what it is, because I don't know.
I'm poking you.
You'll be dead soon. No. Poke him to see if he's still alive. I wonder if the injection worked. It's not in yet, sir. Okay, I'm gonna keep poking him. I want to feel when he dies. I don't know. It's Alabama. I can see an Alabama person of power doing this to an inmate and then having it backfire spectacularly. This sounds like a movie. I don't know which movie, but it sounds like one. Yeah, so an attempted execution in Alabama was halted after medical personnel repeatedly jabbed the death row inmate in the ankles, lower legs, and groin, but failed to find a usable vein, according to a court filing by his lawyer. How?
Yeah. Well, I don't even know why this guy was on death row, for one thing. But yeah, the dramatic night began with a temporary stay of execution at around 6 p.m. local time, lifted by the U.S. Supreme Court just 3 hours later, and ended in confusion. A 61-year-old Doyle Lee Ham was returned to his cell shortly before midnight on Thursday. Could you imagine the relief in that guy's mind?
I don't know. I think I'd rather they just fucking killed me instead of stabbing with a needle several times in the groin.
Well, no, but
I have many fetishes, but that is not one of them.
I'm not sure if that's one of them yet. I haven't tested it out. But
Well, don't knock it till you try it. I will absolutely knock it. That implied some things. Forget I said anything.
yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah. So they tried to execute this guy, but they couldn't find a vein. They should have got some heroin users in there. They could have found it, no problem.
See, the sad thing is this doesn't surprise me at all, mostly because I know many people who are nurses and such, and like, I forget what the horror movie was, but there's like a moment where like a nurse keeps trying to find a vein and just failing like 30 times, and it's like, oh, that's just ridiculous, that doesn't ever happen, and then like you talk to somebody who's actually in nursing school or has been a nurse or you know, nurse practitioner, physician's assistant, whatever, phlebotomist. You know, you talk to some of these people, and you're like, "Yeah, that's just ridiculous, right?" And they just look at you like, "No,
it happens." I used to donate plasma, and they fucked up because my vein like moved or something for like where they put it back in. Yep. All of a sudden, like my arm just starts to swell up because the blood's just going into the muscle instead.
God.
Yeah.
Was it cold though?
Yeah. It's cold as fuck.
Okay. So I've never given plasma for reasons, but I kind of want to do it at some point just to see what it feels like to have the cold like stuff go back in.
Yeah, well, the place, it's weird the first couple times. You get used to it. The place I went, you just sit down and they hook you up, and then you watch the movie, and then you get paid $20 to $30, sometimes 40.
Yeah.
You get like over $200 a month doing it.
Yeah, there are reasons why I probably shouldn't do it. I'll have to check about that, because I know that there's things there where it's like, oh wait, you're in this situation. Yeah, no, we don't want your blood at all.
Yeah, they still don't let gay people do it.
It's
for some reason.
Sorry.
Oh, they don't care about they use plasma to make drugs.
I know
it's
that.
just plasma. It's not necessarily your blood.
But I don't know if I know it's not your blood. Plasma's different. Plasma is the yellow stuff that comes out when you centrifuge it.
Yeah, it's weird.
I learned
snacks
that
too.
I learned that when I was 4. I had a lot of blood work done when I was 4.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. The lawyer, Bernard Harcourt, who has represented Ham for 28 years, said he was seeking information about what happened during the attempted execution. He's in great pain from yesterday evening, physically, from all the attempts to access his veins in his lower extremities and in his groin, Mr. Harcourt said. To access his veins! Just... what a way to phrase that! I hope someone's saving some of these phrases. I'm gonna leave this article up. This is some great shit. I love it. Like, vein access sounds like a... That sounds like a German heavy metal band. No, not German.
No.
Finnish heavy metal band.
No, it sounds like a shitty local pop punk band.
It could be that too, but I prefer to think of good music. Which a Finnish heavy metal band called Vein Access would be incredible.
Yeah,
it vaguely reminded me of Accept, and I would enjoy the hell out of that. Let's see. He has long argued that his client, who was diagnosed with lymphoma... They did this... Sorry, one sec. He has long argued that his client, who was diagnosed with lymphoma in 2014, should not face lethal injection as his veins were severely compromised due to the cancer and treatment, and the procedure would cause severe and unnecessary pain. So not only... now we know how. Now we know how they couldn't find his veins. Because cancer. Why did they think this was a good idea?
Well, this reminds me of a discussion that we were having in the Discord either yesterday or the day before about whether or not we should bring back the guillotine. I think this is a good case for that.
If we're going to bring back the guillotine, we should do it only if it is televised.
Ooh.
And then make a special extreme sports version of everyone's favorite Olympic sport, curling, wherein instead of having a puck, you just have the head that rolls off the guillotine. So you add someone to the team who is both the one who positions the guy to be executed and the one who drops the guillotine to properly, you know, get that roll and, like, you know, put a little spin on it, get to kind of slide across the ice there. And then you have the janitors actually sweeping blood up behind it and in front of it to make it really go. And then when like if gold medal is won, then you actually like put the head on a pike and a gold medal around that alongside everyone else, and they all pretend to, you know, ignore the smell.
No Olympic sport.
Fanfic writers, get on it. I don't know why fanfic writers get on it, but fanfic writers, get on it.
Chat, do what you will with that whole explanation.
Yeah. And I will have you know that they will score many, many goal points. Let's see, where else do we go with this? Oh, God. So, after they try to execute Cancer Man, and it doesn't work because cancer veins, we get 2 UN human rights experts echoed those concerns earlier this month, warning that attempts to insert needles into Mr. Ham's veins to carry out the lethal injection would inflict pain and suffering that may amount to torture. Amnesty International has also called for Ham's sentence to be commuted, arguing that the state of his veins may render lethal injection unconstitutional. So not
only did they fail, but now he's no longer on death row. He just has life in prison. Is that what I heard?
No, they're just recommending that. The lawyer told them, guys, this is stupid, don't do it. The UN told them, guys, this is stupid, don't do it. And granted, the lawyers aren't exactly trustworthy, and especially if they're a defense lawyer for the guy that you're trying to execute. And also, the UN is not exactly trustworthy. You know what? Think what you will of the UN, but they're just kind of there like, guys, don't do the thing. And everyone's like, okay, doing the thing. And they're like, no, you're not supposed to do that. We can't stop you, though.
Those goddamn globalists trying to interfere with it.
It's kind of it's kind of like one of my favorite little bits from the history of Japan, which was no, wait, Japan, you're part of the League of Nations, which means you're supposed to not try to conquer the world. And then Japan says, how about I do anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what happened here. An Alabama man with, sticky needle syringe guy said, how about I do anyway? And then he did, and then he didn't because he failed. Because cancer veins. I think this might be the first time that cancer has saved a man's life.
Huh. No, that's the first time. Because sometimes they find a cancer and then they discover something else was wrong with the person. So.
It's just like, yeah, we found out that you had cancer and a xenomorph inside you. Who knew? Let's see.
Yeah.
So
All right. I don't have much else to say about this article.
I'm legit. Oh my god, it goes on. I'm legit curious to see what else going on here. So
Well, the only thing I'm curious about is what was his crime that he was convicted of.
I would love
Which
to know
doesn't
this as
seem-
well.
Doesn't
would
seem like this article mentions it at all.
Oh, there it is. Both organizations have expressed concern that Ham may not have received a fair trial for the murder of motel clerk Patrick Cunningham in 1987.
So he's been in prison since the 90s, and they're just now trying to kill him.
So you know that whole thing that you hear where it's like, hey, executions are actually more expensive than than life in prison. That's because of all of the legal red tape and the appeals process and all kinds of stuff and just huge amounts of regulation and stuff around it. Now, I am not saying deregulate executions. I am definitely not making that argument. Someone is welcome to try to do so in the chat. That could be fun. But
I might make that argument later. I have to think about this one.
but still, there's so much stuff to go on that, like, not only is it more expensive than life in prison because of all the other stuff that gets involved, but they might actually die in prison of old age before everything gets approved. So
Yeah.
it's like, we're going to execute him eventually. Oh, wait, he died. Oops.
Well, I think the best argument against the death penalty is that they might still be innocent. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Well, it's just that you're saying, like, it took them this long to try to execute the guy. It's probably like they've probably been trying to do it the whole time, and only now do they have approval. But, cancer to the rescue. So, what's brown and sticky? This man's veins. Also, a stick.
Yep. All right. Are we done with this one?
I think we're done with this one. I'm just going to go ahead and make it invisible again. Oh, look at that beautiful red black background. And I'm glad that this isn't like, fleur-de-lis everywhere because, yeah, not French. Never French.
Yeah. So this next article gives me the chuckles a little bit because we might actually be able to blame this one on video games.
There's a moral event horizon, and I've already gone over it, I think. So, hey, how do you make a plumber cry?
Oh, I don't want to know.
Kill his family.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
That'll do it.
I find this title, or this headline, a little ambiguous in some funny ways. We've got a two-knife stabbing rampage at Pennsylvania high school, injures 22, suspect in custody. Now, was this a rampage with two knives, or is the guy named Two Knife? Is this like his nickname now, where it's like, oh, that there's Two Knife. He only carries one knife. Why do we call him Two Knife? I don't know.
Well, he's got a pointy dick. I don't know. Well, and if it wasn't his nickname before, it's definitely his nickname now.
Maybe they spelled it wrong. Maybe it's like T-O-O, like Two Knife. He's just Two Knife for this fucking school, as they found out.
Oh, jeez.
I'm terrible today!
That's a shitty pun. That should have been mine. That's how bad that was.
I like how you're upset that you didn't make it first.
That joke was awful.
Also, as a side note, if you want something worse than stabbing, definitely go to Zoho One, 40+ business apps. One, integrated peace of mind. Or sweet, peace of mind, because they're on the daily news. You know what? I'm sorry if anyone from there is watching this and was thinking about sponsoring us and now is not. I'm sorry, but I'm also completely not. Ads are terrible. I hate them. I have ad block on and that ad is not blocked. This is just... As the
Yeah, I
lawyer
have
would
had
say,
block on, and it seems like
simply
none of the ads are blocked.
as the
Bullshit.
as the lawyer would say, simply unconscionable. Shall we scroll down? So, 22 people were injured when a 16-year-old boy went on a stabbing rampage at a Pennsylvania high school early Wednesday, leaving 5 students in critical condition, authorities said. Jables, take it away.
Oh yeah, this sounds like me when I was playing Army of Two, Devil's Cartel, and that's a game that you literally can just run through and just start stabbing everybody. So what I imagine just from the first paragraph and the title, this guy was running through the hallway with 2 knives and just started stabbing people. He darted between several classrooms and down a hallway and just started stabbing everybody. Sounds like a video game. Sounds like something I would do in a video game. That's for sure.
Wait, did this this happened in Pittsburgh. If it happened in Miami, Hotline Miami. 2 knives.
Florida man, you're letting us down. This kid beat you this week.
Yeah, Florida man got beaten, but not with knives.
All right, I don't want to talk about this too much because it gets into the video games debate and the guns debate and shit like that. And
Yeah, but
it's not something I want to.
very
not something I
briefly
wanna talk
to very briefly to be mildly serious about this. No, I don't condone any sort of mass murder. This one's not going to get the same kind of press because it's not a mass shooting, but still 22 people were injured at least. I don't know how many died, but five were in critical condition. Even so, knife wounds are not pretty. A knife fight ends in basically one of 3 ways, which is, you bleeding out on the ground and the other guy gets away, the other guy bleeding out on the ground and you get away, or, 80% of the time, both of you bleeding out on the ground. It's not...
there's a 4th one. It starts with the knife, somebody pulls out a gun.
Yeah, but then it's not a knife fight anymore.
Yeah.
Either way, knives are not necessarily less lethal. Don't even think of them as not less lethal. They're still lethal. They're still dangerous, and people can still kill people with them. Is that an argument to take them away? No, it's not. But maybe, just maybe, as people said constantly over and over again, we should be focusing on what makes people want to kill people, and not necessarily the things that they're trying to do it with.
Yes, exactly. It's not a subject I want to get into.
Yeah, it's just right on the wake of a mass shooting, and the gun argument flares up again, and it's like, hey, look, it's a mass knifing.
Yeah, if you guys want to talk to me about this, I'll be in the Discord all week.
Yeah.
And we can chat about it a lot more there.
I think he must have done it with his assault knife. Hold on.
Ooh. Yeah, what kind of knife did he use?
Hang on. I can't. Oh, there it is. Boom. He must have done it with his assault knife.
Nice.
It has. I don't know, man. Look at that.
You know
look at
what
that
the
stock
difference-
on that. That makes it an assault weapon, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know what the difference between a knife and an assault knife is?
It's
When you use that knife to assault people. That's the difference.
yeah. Long story short, this knife apparently makes you good at Army of Two.
Devil's Cartel in particular.
Devil's Cartel in particular, if you're Jables. So, when you are playing Army of Two Devil's Cartel, make like a school stabber and put attachments on your knife. In real life, don't make like a school stabber. Don't put attachments on your knife. Put your knife down. Rethink your life. You don't want to sell them any death sticks. Just, seriously, talk to people.
Yeah.
Get help. And for the love of God, find another outlet. Or better
Stop
people.
it. Get some help.
Get you some chicken mac nuggets. Anyway,
All right.
let's not get too much into this. It happened. I'm gonna not look at the faces, but there's a long article here, as you can see. So,
Yep.
there for your viewing pleasure. Link will be in the description.
Can we get into the article that I've been waiting all fucking day to talk about?
We absolutely can. And Jables, I gotta say, man, you can be a conniving bastard sometimes, because I know that somebody asked you if for something that this article would be perfect for, and you were like, I could give him this, but I won't.
Oh no. I can think of Ethereal for this one because Ethereal posted it on Twitter, and I just happened to see it, and I was like, "This is fucking perfect."
So, without further ado, sucking a gun like a using an anglerfish to masturbate.
Yep. Use the stomach of the anglerfish to masturbate, and he ends up in the hospital.
Oh my god.
Now,
I'm trying. So I haven't read this article either. I've just seen the headline. I just pulled it up to do this, and I have to think now because I know a little bit about anglerfish. They're not very big, so how?
they're very ugly.
They're very ugly. How? Last I checked, they're not terribly venomous or anything. So I guess it's just the barbs in the teeth. Like, how did he get up in the hospital? I'm trying. Vote now on your phones. Hold on, vote now on your phones. Did he get severe lacerations from the barbs? Could he not get the thing off? Was there poison, or is he allergic to something it ate?
None of the above.
Oh shit! Okay, now I gotta know more.
So, in a series of posts on 2channel, the anonymous masturbator from Japan, who told users that he works with anglerfish on a regular basis, and decided to wank with the fish's stomach out of curiosity. That's the first paragraph. He described how he described how he had taken precautions, carefully disinfecting the raw fish organ using salt and ethanol before rubbing it against his penis. The detailed statuses ended with a photo of him wearing the stomach on his hand, as though it were a glove. Accompanying the image was a short caption, "I'm taking my pants off now." And there's some pictures in the article. You can look if you want. You can not look if you don't want. This might get taken to
still
YouTube.
gave him a UTI. Oh my god!
Hold on. However, all did not go according to plan, as he later revealed in a follow-up that he had to check himself into a hospital after coming down with pain in his penis. Doctors apparently diagnosed the man with urethritis, an inflammation of the urethra, and put him on a course of antibiotics. It's believed he caught a parasitic infection during his wank. That's actually written in the article.
No, they can see. It's up.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I'm scrolling with your reading. It's... Oh, my God.
And, hold on, this is the golden part. By the way, chat, find this guy. Give me the links on where I can follow this guy. Okay? Because this is the last...
Because that is his fetish.
Hold on. The man said he also has to keep applying ointment to his penis in order to soothe the stinging sensation when he urinates. Despite the less than positive experience, the man said he was keen to try masturbating with a dead squid.
I don't even know. Oh, God. How many fetishes is this rolled into one?
So I think this brings up, I think we should start a new segment of the show, is, what did this guy fuck now?
Which, technically speaking, we've kind of done that with the first one of the week, because we got, the guy, just railing a shoe, and now, apparently, it's just, oh, God, why?
It's gonna be my new favorite segment, because it's fucking hilarious. And, yeah, please, chat, go and find this guy, DM me, links on how I can follow this person, because I want to be there when he fucks that squid.
I can't even make a joke about, my ex here or anything like that. I can't. I just have nothing for this.
No, chat, don't post links here. Post them in the... DM me links in the Discord.
Yeah, email him a pizza roll. Love you, Red Letter Media. Still waiting for my pizza roll Plinkett.
Oh, yeah, Maxwell. Tentacle porn. Yeah, he is Japanese, by the way. So...
So, I vote that this is the next anime that we show Jeff.
What, the man jerking off with the stomach of an angler?
Yeah, the end of Evangelion.
Oh, Jesus.
No, to be fair, the end of Evangelion goes a little weird. It starts with a guy whacking it over a comatose girl's body, and then later choking her once she comes back to life or something. But in the interim, we end up with, let's see, him banging his mom in space and her forehead vagina, which is also an eye, and then also everyone getting a hug and turning into Glowy Tang. It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
But this is weirder! I can't...
I'm not into weeb shit. Yeah, well, you know what they say. Art imitates life.
Is this the art?
No, this is life. Art imitates life.
Okay. So not only has this happened, but it has happened before.
Probably. That's why I want to start that new segment. We gotta find weird things that people fuck. I do have to admit, I was really selfish with this article because Nick was asking for cringe for the show, but I wanted to talk about this so bad that I didn't share it with him. So I do have to say, sorry, Nick. You can still talk about it.
And this is where I say that you are one conniving bastard, and I'm glad you are, because we get this one. Ha!
Yeah, this one's ours. Ethereal found it. I took it. It's mine. I needed to talk about it because it just.
You know what?
So
yeah, we're just gonna leave that up for like the rest of this show.
What the picture of him having the stomach around his hand?
No,
Like
no, just the anglerfish. Because yeah, you're goddamn right. Look at that anglerfish. Why?
Yeah. Yeah, given you had so many assumptions, he actually took the stomach out and then cleaned it and everything.
I did, but like, oh my god, I was not expecting that. It's like, not only was it a UTI as opposed to like some other bullshit, but it was a parasitic infection. Like, what? Oh my god.
And I love how this guy's just like, hashtag no regrets about this.
Yeah, I want to note that there's some interesting stuff in the sidebar of this. Here, I'll go just move that in OBS a little bit so you guys can see, because this is just absurd. Here, let's just pretend that did not happen. I know what I'm doing. I'm clearly very good at my job. Yay. So, we've got over here, thief uses dildo to smash sex shop cabinet before stealing two 24-karat gold vibrators. Woman goes naked on Tinder date and man doesn't even notice. Pretty sure he was gay. China vows to reduce number of strippers at funerals. And that's just sad. Tourist fell 100 feet to his death whilst posing for a photograph on a waterfall. Aww. He was pronounced dead at the scene, as opposed to elsewhere. Woman poos her pants to try to hide drugs during arrest. Man charged with murder. You know what? I think I need to like bookmark this site now. This is hilarious. Man charged with murder of wife who led double life as porn model called Kitty Cat. What? Jesus Christ! What the? Red Cross admits 21 staff paid for sexual services. It is understood none of them were British. This article's a gold mine. Thank you for sending this.
Yeah. I think this is our go-to number one at this point. Website. Everybody go check it out.
Teacher twin brothers arrested days apart on separate child pornography charges. Whoa. Oh my god. You know, great, we got a buffer. Oh my god. Wild horses are extinct and may have died out thousands of years ago. Oh, shock. Urgent appeal. That's not funny. That's heart-wrenching. All right, I'm gonna fix the. You know what? Yeah, this is what we're doing. This is what you guys get to see. You guys get to see anglerfish, and thief uses dildo to smash sex shop cabinet before stealing two 24-karat gold vibrators. I can only imagine that they were commissioned by Elton John to go with the diamond-studded cock rings that Eminem gave him for his wedding. Sorry. What was next?
By the way, Pinky's up for this guy. I hope his dick gets better.
Yeah, I hope he drinks a lot of cranberry juice and just kind of really gets that dealt with. He's gonna deal with the squid.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, I don't even want, like, that's a lie. I was gonna say, I don't even want to know how he's gonna, you know, masturbate with the squid, because this one was much more elaborate than I thought it was going to be. But now I'm curious, and that is not a good thing.
That's what I'm telling chat.
Yeah, I am going to need
we're following this
song
guy.
for this. Yeah.
We're following this guy forever.
For science. But yeah, Jables, I am going to need our outro song for this. But you still don't know what that is. You'll get it later.
No, I don't.
All right.
I don't know what the outro song is.
Alright, you want us to go ahead and grab Livy? Let's go ahead and grab Livy.
Yeah.
She's around, I'm sure. Maybe.
Done. I saw
There
her.
you are.
Yeah, she's in the chat.
Boom! And if Jables is talking right now, that's unfortunate, because I can't hear him. Oh, no, he's hearable. He's here. Livy, you here? Hello?
Hola. ¿Cómo está?
We are so good at technical difficulties.
Yeah.
It's
Did you
exciting.
accidentally mute Libby?
Hi.
There she
Oh, hey,
is.
there you are.
I had to mute the stream.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Fair enough.
So I have to ask. I've been sort of out of the Discord politics thing for a while since the fall of Brocialism, for reasons. I am totally not backing a dead horse that will never live yet more again, forever.
Yeah,
not
because
more,
Brocialism
whatever.
will always fail.
Though I have to admit, something struck me at work today that maybe we could do like Bro Lives Matter. You know, all we have to lose is our gains. But
Oh, jeez. Just made me squirt beer on my windows.
oh, I just remembered that I had that thought earlier today. But yeah. Well, I'm tying in a corner. He's cleaning up his beer. Libby, what the hell is a pizza stand?
It's an abomination. That's what it is.
Ooh, Bloodsports,
What
go!
is it? It's a kingdom. It's a queendom. I'm the queen of pizza stand.
And what is Pizza Stand's stances?
Okay, well, see, what we did was we declared our independence because we were tired of being persecuted for the way we wanted to eat pizza. So in Pizza Stand, you can eat pizza any way you want. If you want pineapples, if you want pineapple on pizza, that's fine. Nobody can
That's why
shoot you.
it's a fucking abomination.
Can you wrap the pizza in the stomach of an anglerfish and then beat it, and then just beat it into a mash with 24 karat gold vibrators, and then bake that? Put tomato sauce on top of that, so you just made like some very abomination dough because it was already a pizza, and then you put stuff on top of that and then eat that. Is that okay?
I don't think you can eat gold.
Oh no! The gold is a cooking implement. That's just what you use to beat everything
Oh.
into a mash.
Yeah. You can eat gold, it's fine.
I
Gold
guess.
slaughter.
I'm not sure that counts as a pizza, though.
But you're gonna put cheese and stuff on top of it. It'll be pizza afterwards. It's like it's stuffed crust.
Oh, jeez. No.
Jables, you're gonna regret sending this article to me.
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to side with pineapple on pizza way before I side with that one.
So is
Yeah.
pineapple on pizza okay?
Pineapple on pizza is absolutely okay. It is, in fact, part of our national flag.
What about banana on pizza?
If it's a dessert pizza, sure.
What if it's a regular pizza that's just like the normal pizza, but someone put bananas on top, and they didn't put them on after they cooked it? They put it on like before baking it, so they end up all like charred.
Well, I mean, to each his own.
What about plantains on pizza?
That's like a water plant.
Plantains are like a savory banana almost. They're less sweet and like more almost savory. They're interesting. They're actually really tasty.
I've never had one. I suppose it's all right.
I think it would actually go better on pizza than bananas because it would be kind of more that savory thing. It would go well with the cheese and the sauce, you know, and that wonderful. Got to lean to Mike for this one. Umami. I love that is the name of a flavor.
That mommy is the name of a flavor?
Umami. U-M-A-M-I. It's
Umami.
Yep, Japanese word, but it's like a weird. It's like the fifth flavor. So like you've got like sweet, you've got savory,
Oh,
you've got
right.
sour. But like umami is actually its own flavor, and soy sauce has it. Tomatoes have it. Actually, most nightshades do. But it's that thing, like that weird sort of kick to a tomato, let's say, that's not like spiciness that you get from a pepper, but it's also not like sourness exactly either. That's umami.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
It goes really well with meat. It like a lot of things with umami because like the enzymes and stuff that make that flavor tenderize meat really well. So marinades and stuff have it a lot. It's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. So pizza's just chock full of it, and it's like my favorite thing. Pizza, I mean, not necessarily umami. I like all flavors equally, except for some of them. Because that makes
Well,
sense.
I'm partial to shrimp on pizza. You know those little shrimp that you put in salads? Those are really good on pizza.
I could see that being good. I've never done that, but I have put sushi on a pizza before, so close enough, I think.
I do love shrimp, so I might give that one a chance.
How about lobster pizza? That's pretty good too.
Why the fuck are you making these pizzas?
If there were a lobster pizza here, I might ask it to marry me.
You know,
And then immediately break off the engagement and eat it.
I have a recipe book that has 500 different recipes for flatbreads and pizzas.
Alright.
We'll talk later. Please. I have an oven that I don't use. I could use it.
Okay. With more of this information, I'm feeling less and less against Pizza Stand.
Well,
Just that
see,
pineapple.
yeah, well, pineapple is okay. I mean, I prefer, like, if you have pineapple with Canadian bacon, not just by itself, but it's okay by itself if that's what someone wants to do.
So I honestly don't understand the dislike for pineapple on pizza. I don't get it. It confuses me.
It mystifies me. I have no idea. I guess people haven't actually tried the so-called Hawaiian pizza. It's really quite good.
I mean,
I'm just a contrarian, so I always take an opposite point of view.
I can understand why someone would eat it and not enjoy it. I definitely get that. I don't get the visceral hatred of it, where it's like, how dare you put pineapple on pizza? It's like, guys, do you not understand that baked pineapple gets a really interesting character to its flavor that meshes with meat incredibly well, hence why Brazilian barbecues are incredible. And then you can put that on a pizza with a tomato sauce, with bread, with cheese, with garlic. Oh!
There are all kinds of things you can do with pizza. The basic idea is just that it's a flatbread with some kind of sauce and some kind of toppings, and usually with cheese. I mean, you know, there are you can use a white sauce, for example, Bianco sauce, or what some would call Alfredo sauce, but Alfredo isn't quite the same thing as Bianco sauce. And Alfredo sauce is not really Italian. It was invented in San Francisco.
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah. I've also made pizza and used ranch dressing as the sauce, which was pretty good.
I guess that'd be good, especially if you did buffalo chicken as, like, a topping.
And, of course, I'm sure you've had a barbecue pizza that had barbecue sauce instead of pizza sauce.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Pretty good, huh?
Mm-hmm. Granted, I'm fairly open-minded as far as pizza goes. If it's bread with stuff on it, I'll probably eat it. Yeah, I am, in many ways, a connoisseur of breads. The point is, I like bread a lot. Whenever people are like, "Oh, you just eating bread? Why would you do that? That just it just tastes like bread." And I look at them like they're a damn dirty heathen.
Well, there's such a large variety of breads that you can have.
Well, it's not just that there's a large variety of breads. There's a large variety of tastes, and they all have their own flavor character. It's like going up there and saying, "I don't like the taste of beer." It's like, which one? There are many.
Yes.
Yeah, there are quite a number of beers, and they have distinct flavors. I'm not terribly fond of lager because it's just kind of, you know, it's the common thing that everybody has in America. I kind of like Pilsner, but Pilsner Urquell is actually the original Pilsner from Pilsen, Czechoslovakia, or Czech Republic, sorry, and that one's pretty good. The best beer I've ever had, and I'm not really a beer drinker, but, you know, when I was in college, I had a friend, and he introduced me to a wide variety of beers, so I got to learn that they don't all taste the same, right? Mm-hmm. But the best beer that I can remember ever having was called Innis and Gunn Oak-Aged Beer. It's made in Edinburgh, Scotland. And then there's another Scottish... well, it's an ale, a Scottish ale made by Belhaven, which has a kind of a nutty flavor, so that's pretty good too.
My history is a little... Well, it's not that odd. It's just for a long time, my dad used to brew his own beer and experiment with things, so I ended up tasting various things that were just odd and different, and seeing kind of how the brewing process was changing flavor and all that stuff. So that gave me even before I liked the taste of it, gave me kind of an appreciation for it, just because I got to see like the moving parts behind it, and then see how it changed what came out, and then acquired the taste fairly early, at least age-wise, and it's kind of been history ever since.
I just grew up in the Northwest, which is currently the craft brewing capital of the world at the moment, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
my avatar on the stream,
I don't. Oh, I'm a terrible person. Bam! Fixed.
but you know, beer and pizza go together rather well.
Yes.
They do. Pizza and beer. You know, it's like fishing and
favorite
beer.
combos.
Or, you know, beer and beer.
It's streaming in here. Whiskey and a nice dark porter.
What about an Irish
Let's go all
carbon?
together. I don't go that far.
I love
Black and
it.
I don't
tan?
drop the shot. I don't drop the shot into the beer. I get a nice sipping whiskey and I get a nice dark heavy beer.
I enjoy my Irish car bombs.
How about a black and tan?
Ooh, I can never mix those properly, but they're delicious.
Well, I've never had a black and tan.
It's like Harp's beer with Guinness Stout on top.
Okay.
And somehow I
really
managed to
a
fuck it
fan
up,
of
which is
stout.
impressive to me.
I'm not really a fan of stout. It tends to make me go to the powder room frequently.
I mean, a good stout feels like you're drinking a loaf of bread, which I just said I like bread, so I enjoy the hell out of that, but I can definitely understand where a lot of people wouldn't really want it.
I also will point out that if you go to Germany and drink German beer, it tastes quite different from the way it does here, because whenever it's imported to the United States, it has to be pasteurized, and that changes the flavor. So it's actually much better in Germany. I've had Doppelbock and Bock in Germany. I've had the Oktoberfest beer. That's all pretty good over there. And once it gets now I will say that I used to be a big fan of dark beers, but I don't really care for them much anymore, especially in America. They might still be good in Germany, but I don't know. My tastes may have changed.
My favorite beer, that's my go-to at my local bar, is it's called a 9-pound porter. It's probably the reason why I'm so fat at the moment. It's kind of got like a coffee chocolatey taste to it. It's really fucking good.
Well, that's the thing about dark beers. They kind of have coffee-like flavor in the United States. It's kind of like burnt coffee because they've been pasteurized.
Though some of them actually
why-
add a coffee flavor, which is kind of interesting.
Is that why Guinness tastes so not good over here?
Probably.
I have a buddy that's from Ireland, and he brought me back some Guinness from Ireland, and it tasted a lot better than any Guinness I've had off the tap around here.
It's probably the pasteurization that's doing that.
Yeah, but Bellahaven Scottish Ale tastes good here and in Scotland, so I guess the pasteurization doesn't affect the taste much.
I guess it probably depends on the beer, and depends on what's going on, you know, how much of the yeast is actually still, or I guess not just the yeast, but how much of the living stuff is still doing things, then also what you're doing to some of the stuff in the beer with the heat and whether or not it's changing flavor profiles. There's a lot of really fragile chemicals that do some really interesting stuff for flavor, but are really, really easy to kind of destroy. It's the same reason why cooking a soup for too long can ruin some of the flavors in it.
Right.
Yeah.
So getting back to pizza, have you had the dessert pizza that's made with a custard sauce and it's got things on it like kiwi and strawberries and like, I don't know what else they put on it. Sometimes I've seen those white grapes, and sometimes I've seen like some kind of melon. I think it was maybe honeydew.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I can't say
I
I've ever
haven't
had
had
it. It sounds delicious, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know it.
I have a photo of one on my Twitter in a moment I created called Pizza Stand. and it shows a dessert pizza with custard sauce, strawberries, kiwi slices, blackberries. It might be crowberries. I'm not sure, but they look basically the same, and blueberries. So I haven't tried it like that, but that looks really good.
For those of you who can see, Twitter on... Wait, what? How do I... That's... I want to actually go to the Twitter. Not a thing about the Twitter. That's so unhelpful. What is this? Okay, you know what? Let's see, so... I'm not gonna log in. No. No, I'm not doing it.
What are you not doing?
Going to Twitter. I'm not logging into Twitter. It's not happening. I was gonna try to find that on Livy's page, and
There you go. I linked it to you.
oh, that makes things easier. All right, let me go ahead and make that go away so that no one sees some terrible things on OBS. And oh god, yep, no, that's doing awful. All right, I'm glad I nipped that in the bud long after it was necessary. Hold on a moment. Okay, we're gonna go there, and we're gonna copy a link, and then we're gonna go back over here. I am so good at stuff. And then you can hear all that emphatic typing. Definitely doing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
at least you don't
that's.
have
Is this
at
the
least you
flag
don't
and
have
pizza
the same
stand?
keyboard as
Oh! I need this. I need this in my life soon, if not now.
But
Livy, could you
hold on,
email me
I
a
gotta-
dessert pizza roll?
Could I email you a dessert pizza roll?
Yes.
I don't know.
Because if you do, then you will replace Plinkett in my heart, which is probably a good thing, because Plinkett's a little terrifying. That's lovely. Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
We're leaving. Yeah, we're leaving that on the stream for. That's just.
Hold on.
That's what happens. Let's go ahead and reshape this a little bit.
Yeah, you can scroll around there and see the other pizzas I've featured. I've got a lobster pizza shaped like a heart, for example.
I will scroll to that, but we're going to come back to the dessert pizza. Shrimp on pizza, lobster pizza with a heart. Ooh, comments, something, not thing. A map that totally isn't ripped off from somewhere else. Don't worry, guys. It's totally ours. It's our own thing. We did it.
I'm not even seeing what you're doing, so. Oh.
It's all right. Well, the viewers are. You are blind, and that is okay because it means that your hearing will be better, or maybe that only works in movies.
Well, it worked out for Daredevil, didn't it? So.
I mean, kinda. I mean,
Bryce
then
asked
again,
about Pizza on Pizza, and Pizza on Pizza is also good. In fact, you know, there was a thing that I think it was Pizza Hut did it a few years ago, where they had like a double pizza thing, where they had like one pizza that was made and they put another pizza on top of it. I made that up several years ago when I was working in a pizzeria.
Those fucking thieves.
a pizza
Well,
on
I didn't-
top of a pizza.
Yeah,
So
I
is it
didn't
upside, is it
copyright
upside
it or
down on
anything.
top? Is like the second pizza upside down on top of it?
No, that would be just basically a calzone.
That's what I was gonna say, but I needed to be sure. Yeah, we're still talking about pizza.
So you make your pizza, and then you put another pizza that you've made on top of it, and you stick them in the oven, and there you go.
So it's like the. Oh my god, I'm blanking on McDonald's menu items.
Good. McDonald's is garbage.
The fast food burger with 2 patties that is like the double thing, but with pizza.
Big Mac,
Sure.
quarter pounder.
The McDouble?
The Royale with cheese. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a big. No, that's a quarter pounder. Royale with cheese.
I honestly
Quarter pounder
don't.
with cheese.
It's also not called a Royale with cheese anywhere in the world. But I know.
If you mean the burger that has 2 patties and 3 buns, that's the Big Mac.
Okay, so it's like the Big Mac of pizzas, and I promise I mean no insult to pizza with that. I don't know how McDonald's works. I'm mildly
No,
embarrassed.
obviously not.
So pizza,
Okay, I'm going to tell you about my favorite pizza, though. It's called Pizza di Giovanna. Pizza di Giovanna, which is my name, Giovanna. And what I do is I make it with extra sauce. It's thin crust or flatbread pizza. And then, okay, here's a big secret about pizza. You need to know this. Okay, so if your pizza sauce is already cooked, then you put the toppings directly on the sauce and then the cheese on top of the toppings. But if your pizza sauce is not already cooked, then you put the cheese on and then the toppings on, and then sprinkle a little more cheese on top, because if you don't put more cheese on top, the toppings will kind of burn. But anyway, so I make my pizza. I make my own pizza sauce. I use San Marzano tomatoes with the basil that comes in them. So I've got real Italian tomatoes and real Italian basil. And then I put on top of that some salami di Genovese, which is Genoa salami, and some Canadian bacon. I prefer Hormel because they're the little discs that everybody, you know those for being on pizza, and Kalamata olives, which is a type of olive from Greece. It's cured. If you get the good kind, which is Peloponnese label, it's cured. The olives are cured in a red wine vinegar with grape must and salt. And they have a distinct flavor. It's kind of a tart flavor. It doesn't taste like, and they are ripe olives, so they're black olives, but they don't taste quite like that. And they have kind of a beefy flavor to them. They go very well with roast beef, for example. But anyway, so I put those on, and then I add goat cheese and feta and mozzarella and provolone, the smoked kind, and Parmigiano Reggiano and Pecorino Romano.
Well, now I'm hungry.
Give me a minute. I need to recover. Why must you do this to me? I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle this ever again. Pizza is now ruined. Because that sounds amazing, and I probably won't ever get to eat it.
My ex-housemate used to call me the goddess of pizza.
You are, if I remember correctly, you're from Connecticut, right?
No. I'm originally from Texas, and I've lived in various places. Eventually, I will be moving back to Washington State.
Okay. I'm trying to remember, because I think... Well, you've been in Connecticut for a length of time before, yes?
No, I think
I'm thinking of Anna.
Anahata is the one who's from Connecticut.
That would explain it. I still stand by the fact that the best pizza I've ever had is from a place in Connecticut called Pepe's Pizza, and I was recently informed that there is now another place or another branch open, so it is now more than just a little tiny family place. It is now 2 little tiny family places. But
that's where Mystic Pizza is as well.
Mystic's good.
Yeah.
Pepe's is, in my mind, better. One of the things I've always gotten into sort of a weird little silly argument with my mom, where because she's had pizza at Pepe's and she insists she doesn't remember it, but she will insist that the best pizza she's ever had was in the Vatican. I don't know why. Because I, too, have had pizza in the Vatican, and it wasn't very good. So it was not blessed by the glory of New York-style pizza done right, which is what happens at Pepe's. And if you like Chicago deep dish, you'll still like this because it's like heavenly, delicious amazingness. Not made by Livy, obviously, which is unfortunate because if I ever eat your pizza, Livy, everything's going to be ruined for me, and I probably won't be able to say that Pepe's is the best pizza I've ever had. But those of you guys who like Chicago deep dish, you'll probably still like this. You might not call it pizza, but you'll still like it.
This Isn't the downside to trying anything that's truly superior and great is that you can't enjoy the less shitty versions anymore? Or the more shitty versions?
I am going to not comment on that. I don't want to incriminate myself any further on certain things.
Okay. I posted a link in the chat. There's a pizza place that does mini pizzas as pizza toppings. Looks pretty good.
Yes.
There's a link to a website. The second thing that I posted, that was a picture sent by Cynic about some kind of weird croissant dough pizza or something.
Now, you know, in Italy, they kind of get snobby in Italy and insist that only the people from Napoli say this, that the Napolitana pizza Napolitana is the true pizza, which is just a margherita pizza. It's you know, tomatoes and basil, salt and pepper, and mozzarella cheese. But there are many other local pizzas in Italy, such as the Ligurian pizza, which has anchovies, onions, and olives, and is usually quite a sort of like a deep dish pizza. It's a very doughy pizza. It's pretty good.
Yeah, there's a pizza place down the street from me where the people that own that are from Napoli. I just continue to dox myself all the time. The more I hang out with you guys.
Recursive mini pizzas. Fractal pizzas.
Yeah. Are you looking at that article?
Yeah. So I started scrolling down and oh no.
There's the pizza cone.
No, it's not that. There's a link here that says Laughing Squid hosting, and that brings us right back to the last article.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Well, when I first clicked on it, I think Mido sent it to me.
Is this just called LaughingSquid.com? Why are we here?
Laughing Squid, so I decided to look at it, because I thought it was referencing this guy, and it turns out it's pizza. Everything's connected, buddy.
It's just turtles all the way down. Oh god, please tell me a turtle's not after the squid.
Oh. Well, I hope when he gets to fuck the squid, he doesn't get a scared turtle.
I'm going to just sit here with my thoughts for a moment and try to be okay.
So there is another type of pizza that's pretty well known throughout Italy. It's called Quattro Stagioni, which means 4 seasons. And what you do is you take a pizza. Usually they do this in a rectangular shape. So you can take like a couple of cuts off the edge, so like one off the long edge and one off the short edge of the dough before you've cooked it, and you lay those out in the middle of the pizza to form like a cross. So you make each of the 4 quarters a different kind of pizza, and you can make them any kind of thing that you want. You can have a Bianco pizza with Bianco sauce or white sauce. You can have another with marinara, another with normal pizza sauce, another with something else, and put your various toppings on each of them, and the dough that you've made into the cross keeps them from kind of bleeding into each other.
Okay.
There's now a cat on the on the stream, by the way, because one of the sidebars had a beautiful cat whose face is perfectly divided by black fur on one side, gray fur on the other. Yes, this is the title of the thing. But it's pretty, so I put it up there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an interesting way to do pizza. I'd actually be really curious to try making that. Just gonna see what ideas struck me. Knowing me, oh god, it would end up with some strange things on it very quickly.
Well, if you look around YouTube, you can find Jamie Oliver does. I think it's in 4 parts. I mean, you could find it on like the Cooking Channel or whatever as one show, but there are 4 different videos, if I recall correctly, where he does his outdoor pizza oven, and he cooks a Quattro Stagioni pizza.
Okay. And when I say, to be clear, when I say strange things, I'm not the kind of guy that can burn rice when cooking it. I'm not that bad. But I can start making an omelet, and then when I'm done, realize that I've made fried rice and not understand how the rice got there.
Huh.
That is strange.
I've done it. I don't know how it happened. It was delicious. I was very happy that the peas and carrots made it in there too. But I don't know. I have very little memory of the actual cooking. I remember getting out ingredients, and I don't remember getting the rice. Yeah. So
Yeah.
but when I make things get strange very quickly. It's like, oh hey, I'm gonna just make a thing. Why are there clams in this? I
Oh, he
don't
did
mind.
put clams. Jamie Oliver did put clams on one of the 4 quarters of his 4 Seasons pizza.
Ooh.
Very
I'm
nice, very
gonna
nice.
go look that up and like tab that in a I'm gonna just go ahead and open that in an incognito window. Don't you worry.
Well, if you want, you can look at my channel. I have playlists, and one of them is food. And in the food playlist, I have all 4 of those videos.
All
I'm
right.
gonna
Well, that's
open
easy.
that in an incognito window. No, I'm not. I'll open it later in an incognito window.
Well,
I forgot the word. What was
So-
the word that we have now? Expland? Expland. There we go. I'll have it explained to
yeah.
me.
Oh, somebody else had explaining things in a bland way. That's explained.
Okay. I like it. Expland things. Expland things. If you okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sexy. So did you just actually no, that fits with both of them. It's like when a geographer explains things to you, he also explains those same things to you because chances are the geography is boring.
Yeah.
We're not talking about
True.
Yakko over here from Animaniacs. We're talking, I don't know, like Jared Diamond or something.
And with that being said, I think we've reached our time.
Yeah, we have hit,
Yep.
for me, 8 p.m., so that means we've got 30 minutes till the Saints are supposed to go on, which probably means 45 to 50 minutes till the Saints. Which I fully
Thank you
intend
for
to
being
enjoy.
here, Liviana, to talk about pizza.
Oh, thank you for having me. Arrivederci.
And what I think the big takeaway here is don't anglerfish like that guy. Live vicariously through him. Don't imitate.
Yes. Let other people
Atta-
take risks for you and sit back and watch.
Attachments to your knives make you good at video games, but not good at life, so don't.
Don't run through hallways just stabbing people.
Yes, and especially not with an assault knife, because we really do not need an assault knives ban. That would be stupid. And then, don't stab a cancer guy with needles to kill him when you can probably just wait for it to happen pretty soon anyway.
Yep.
And then, even better, regardless of what you may think about pizza, we can all be united with joy and happiness and understanding over beer. And then also over pizza. Also, Livy knows more about pizza than any of us. And I am
Yes.
jealous.
Well, I'm
And-
Italian. I have to.
You do!
And-
But I really like pizza.
Yeah. And with that, we have been your Lesser Saints of Discord. Please feel free to join the Discord. Link is down in the description. The YouTube Saints will be starting in about half an hour over on the YouTube Saints channel. Link should also be in the description. Otherwise, somebody fucked up. Probably me. That starts around 7:30. And be sure to tune in for Midweek Saints on Twitch, which is around between 4:30 and 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
And if you'd like to be on that show, good luck getting the waiting room. Hope it works out for you. Never does for me. If you'd like to be on this show, let us know a few days in advance. We'll see if we can put you in. There's no lottery here. Just you seem interesting and fun. We'll bring you on. All right.
Especially if you have a topic to talk about.
Yep.
All
Everybody have a lovely night. I recommend, in preparation for Saints, you take the advice, sort of our outro song. I'm going to kick it here. Livy, say goodnight.
Buonanotte.
Good night, guys.
Oh, okay, fine. Preempt me. All right. And good night, everybody. We'll catch you later. Trust me, I believe.
Hillside, I'm gonna play my fair share blues. And when that sun goes down and moon shines all around, I'm gonna see my reflection. I'm trying to move.
You say you miss me every night.
The shot move.
You say this feeling is what's right.
The shot move.
But in another time or place,
The shot move.
I might still remember your face.
When I wake up to the sound of thunder, lightning matches tumbles in my head. And when that sunrise up, I reminisce, sun break up, and I can see my reflection. That shot move.
You say you miss me every night.
The shot move.
You say this feeling is what's right.
The shot move.
But in another time or place,
The shot move.
I might still remember your face.
Think about you every night. Your face still haunts my dreams. Can't you see what this means to me?
I haven't seen you in over 2 years. I can hardly remember your name. Yet I drive you insane.
Chasing will never